I am glad to have brought this record with me on our campaign to Arkenvostholt. What should have been a simple assault on a manor quickly became a rout. Perhaps I was too rash from our earlier victories, though none of our information mentioned the existence of an actual dragon. Scales of silver flashing in the morning sun, breathing icy death on us from above. I quickly sounded the order to withdraw, but not before suffering a blow from its claws that tore into my armor, knocking me from my steed. Many times have I faced death's gaze, but never do I think I have come so close to the scythe as when that dragon turned its gaze to me. Were it not for a timely gust of wind from the otherwise dead air of the valley, I am certain it would have crushed me to death with its claws alone. As it was, they missed by mere feet, allowing me enough respite to regain Rahadin's horse, retreating from the death box, leaving a quarter of my troops dead behind us, my own self clutching my own wound. Not fatal was the gash in my side, but we had not prepared properly, and I could tell from Rahadin's grim eyes that without the tender ministrations of High Priestess Lady Ilona, I might fall to the steel fever or worse. Until one of the lieutenants mentioned seeing the bright colors of a Vistani caravan the night before camp. Many of my soldiers signed wards to avoid the evil eye. Such superstitions invariably followed the travelers, but they followed me to their camp without question. An excerpt from the Tome of Strahda, First Moon 348. Welcome, one and all, back to another terrible Saturday in Barovia. I am your game master, J. Lawrence Kenny, for the evening. These are the Forget-Me-Nots. So last time, after a lovely evening that totally didn't have any problems going on whatsoever, we picked up with Strahda appearing before Ireena, apparently followed by Ashai in the darkness, who, despite her best efforts to remain unseen, was indeed seen. They had a fairly lengthy discussion about what in Barovia Strahd was doing, what her plans were, and, well, to go over it would be probably just as long as the original conversation was, but suffice to say, Strahda had greater ambitions than just torturing a few adventurers. In fact, she sought to pull the gods themselves from their perch. Eventually, she left, leaving behind Ireena with kind words and a hug. For Ashai to say, once again, she's playing you. Until Ezmerelda came by and asked if they fell in a bush or something. The rest of the watches passed fairly uneventfully, but for a dream that Clara had. But eventually in the morning, there was also the moment with Prospero walking into the lake, which was fairly amusing, and the return of Van Richten, who gave them the location of every time. Gave them the location of the werewolf den they were seeking. In the morning, then, they made out, leaving both Van Richten and Ezmerelda individually to make their way back to Kresk, each unaware of the other, as their paths never crossed. On the way to the werewolf den, they did indeed find a bush of aconite, although there was a diseased corpse that had been clearly thrown onto the bush, tainting it and befouling it. Thankfully, Clara, the resident cleric, did in fact have a spell prepared to cleanse one of the bushes, enough to get enough aconite root to make at least one application of Wolfsbane. They continued on to the talk eventually finding the path that led up to the werewolf den. But before they could make any proper ingress into said werewolf den, a number of wolves, and led by a dire wolf from behind them, made themselves known, and the party fought them off. Although they had a great meal of Ireena for a while. But as Ireena scored the killing blow on, was it Ireena or I think it was Ireena on the dire wolf?
I think it was Ireena.
No, it was
Ireena.
me.
No, it's
asshat.
Ireena. I'm sorry. As
Get
Ireena
'em.
scored the killing blow on the dire wolf, that is where we will pick back up.
Immediately as the battle finishes, and the other wolves start to walk away, Ireena is going to hold her wounds. I can't remember where she got bit. Hold her wounds and stumble over to Ireena and put Ireena's face in between her two hands and just go, "Are you okay? Please tell me you're okay. Clara! Clara, please!"
It's fine.
I'm
She's
fine.
fine. Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You look a lot worse than I do.
You got bit also.
Yes.
Clara will walk up next to Ireena and put a hand on her shoulder. She is okay. I made sure of it. But now I need to make sure you're okay too. It's not over.
Ireena is going to succumb to the pain and and stumble to the ground, just holding herself.
Let me see. I need to go in there on the top of our game. How far down are you? As far as HP goes.
Give me 1 second, let me check.
I think she's about half.
I'm lower than half.
Cool. How meaty do you want this to be?
It doesn't have to be too
Got-
meaty.
Okay.
Like a sirloin.
I'm
maybe
33
like a
of
tri-tip.
78, if that helps.
I'll give you a first level and then do a medicine check.
So do you want to take 10 minutes to treat
Yes.
wounds is what's going on here? All right.
I have battle medicine. Fuck you.
Okay. That's fair. I
No,
wasn't
it's
sure-
okay. I love you. I love you very much, and everything's going to be just fine. And you're the best DM ever. Don't hurt my character.
Okay.
Gay homosexual.
Listen.
okay.
I didn't say anything. That's all you. All right.
Thingy froze a bit. There we go. Silver's living, killing. That's only 10.
Aster also comes running up from the trees. Was the
Over.
Guys, what happened?
Oh, guys, what happened?
Ah!
What was he doing?
Probably
Shitting the whole
peeing.
time?
Yeah,
Shitting
Hate
through the
something
whole thing?
real
the
bad.
whole fight.
Chance is gonna be keeping an eye out because we are literally right outside the den, and we made a
9.
lot of noise.
I got 2 and I got a 1 on those dice, which is fucking rude.
Rude.
So 19 and then a medicine check.
Oh, nice.
It's a nat 20.
So a critical success.
4d8. Now take
Nice.
26.
So you said
Damn.
how many? Hold on. 9 and then 26?
19 and 19 plus 26.
Okay.
So, Chance, go ahead and make a secret perception check. And you said you're keeping an eye out for anybody at the front
Just
door.
kind of any sounds or anybody coming out or even around us.
With that roll, from your guys' position, you can see kind of, you can clearly see that there's like a fire somewhere within this cave that you're standing in front of. not too terribly close, but decently close enough that you, I think, can indeed see that. Yeah, there are a couple of fairly raggedy-looking folks at the entrance, just around. You can kind of see them poking their heads around the corner, and you guys made a fair amount of noise. They definitely see you.
Do they look young, old, average?
These ones look maybe 20s or so.
But they're not coming out. They're just more curious.
You see, as you watch one of them leave and apparently like go back into the cave system, the other one keeping a watch on you all.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye on them as Clara heals Reina.
It'll only take like 5 minutes.
They definitely know we're here, so I don't think we're gonna have a surprise round.
Well,
We immediately lead to a fight.
this is going to be a serious one. More than all the skirmishes we've been in before.
I am not at full health.
Come here.
Guys, can somebody catch me up? Prospero gave me something called melatonin, and it really knocked me the fuck out.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Ashai, how far down are you?
You know, if I had to put a number on my health, it would be 12 points.
How are you always almost dead?
Oh, no. I am 12 points down. I'm not at 12.
Okay. I'll
Hey,
just do a
Ashai, do you have something in your mouth? Like a frog or something?
I have had these teeth for a while, Esther, you know that?
Oh, yeah. I sorry. I forgot about the sudden development of a lisp.
She's probably
Alright,
just
heal
getting
to
used to them.
full, Ashai.
Thank you.
You got plus 14, so heal to full.
Aster keeps it every
Right.
So this has been now about 20 minutes that you guys have been out here.
We need to move.
Or wait, no, you have battle medicine, so you don't have to do like these aren't 10-minute treat wounds. These are just like smacking, right?
Nobody's actively coming
Yeah.
out.
Should we still stealth our way in?
Right, and then they're immune to your battle medicine for a day. That's right. Gotcha.
I thought it was an hour.
It says a day, unless there's a difference on a crit success. The target is then temporarily immune to your battle medicine for 1 day.
That's stupid. Alright. I got potions. Alright. Who is leading the charge and who is keeping back? We need to send our strongest fighters first,
I will lead.
because I'm
That's
sure they're
me.
waiting for us.
But they're not actively attacking us, which is
Well,
weird.
just let us go in quietly.
I guess that means you don't want me to have my lantern out then. To spot him.
They probably already know that we are.
They definitely know that we're here.
So I
They're
should.
there.
And I just point to the guy that's like watching us.
They have the advantage in there. There's no reason for them to come out.
Can I try and stealth my way in? Or is that not allowed since they've already seen us?
It's less that like they've already seen you so much as there is only one entrance that you see into this cave, and it is currently like being actively watched. There's really not any way for you to abuse any sight lines or anything,
The one
unless
that-
you have a way to avoid that or go invisible, so to speak.
The one that bit me said that I would come find them Maybe I could just walk in and see what's going on.
Are you sure?
It's better than rushing headfirst into something we don't know.
I'm not opposed to the idea.
I mean, I don't think they'd actively go after me. I
It
don't
does
I don't
sound
know. This is
extremely dangerous.
It does, and I'm honestly not very sure of it myself. I just think us running in head first is a suicide mission. We don't even know how many are in there. And just one was a lot.
So what? You go in alone? Maybe never come out?
I don't know. I'm just... Because if we all just run in, I don't see it ending well for any of us.
We can go in without immediately fighting.
They aren't. They're different. They have an affliction, but they're not only monsters. Perhaps we can at least have a conversation first, get the lay of the land.
I can lead just to try and talk. So at least I don't know. I don't know. I just know what he told me, and that was it. And he didn't really tell me. He just kind of said it as he was leaving.
First, if you think that is best, we will be right behind you.
Just go slow, no weapons out. I think Prospero calls it a parlay. I think this was right.
Okay, so you slowly make your way up to the cave mouth.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll be a little bit ahead of them just so that it's not just a giant group of people.
Sure. You see the person that has been watching the mouth of the cave visibly growls as you start to walk forward, but then you see a hand grab the shoulder of that person, and around walks another man, dark skin, bald, who looks a lot more in control or confident, perhaps. And you see him, like, visibly. Which of you is moon touched?
I think that's me. Pretty recent.
Why have you come here?
To get information? We only have one side of the story. I'd like to see yours.
What story would that be?
Crests.
Make an impression. It's going to be a diplomacy check.
Blind?
Yes, please. He gives you a look, looking past you at your companions and the dead wolves behind you. And you just see him kind of narrow his eyes and... What about Kresk?
Obviously, there's tension between the two of you. They see you as purely as monsters, but I mean. you have
And
a
what do
whole
you see us
society.
as?
You have your own society, right?
And what of your companions?
I look back at our motley crew. I'm just like, we're not exactly accepted all around either.
Clara will take half a step forward, and as she does, her shadow darkens and ripples around her. Many people take one look at my folk and decide that we can bring nothing but trouble. We like to prove them wrong. So, I know what it is to be othered.
You can also make an impression, Clara. Secret.
Oh, that's a there.
Or I guess
See what
this
in
can
the
be out front, is fine. Because you don't know what the DC is. His eyes are still narrow, but he looks at the behind you, at the not at the wolves, but at the forest line, and quickly then, Whiteclaw and Kirill are not here right now, or else they would tear you apart. Quickly.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
and walks back into the cave.
No,
You all
Us
follow?
two, or all of us allowed to go?
No,
in?
all of you. I mean,
Okay,
you don't all
Whiteclaw
have to
is
go
in red.
in, but he is inviting you all in.
I'll follow.
White Claws is this warrior cats.
You said White Claws, you know.
No drinking on stream.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do not
As
condone these.
long, yes, as long as it is water.
I have apple juice.
Yes, apple
is-
juice.
Ooh, happy juice.
Green
Cat
tea.
wheat. This spoon is a cat.
Cute.
He leads you through a couple of small caves and passages. At one point, he asks you, or just gestures you to like get down low and be very quiet. He gestures to the two people that you saw on watch. You hear him say, Ivanka, make sure Bianca does not come looking for us. And she gives a curt nod, and is now like looking back toward one of the other cave passages as well as the entrance. He leads you into what looks like a small a spring, although this one does not look like a hot spring. It just looks like a cold water spring in this cave, and a small platform where there are a few, not even rugs, just animal pelts on the ground. And he sits in one and says, "The goings-on in Kresk are not my doing. I was once the leader of this pack, but now Whiteclaw and her pet vampire have taken over the pack."
At vampire.
Valenta?
Yes, Valenta.
Yeah, we had a run with her ourselves.
You
Promise
don't like her. We're in good company.
Good. I promise you, the attacks on Kresk They are not our way. They've never been our way. We did not forcibly turn people against their will. That is White Claw's doing. And Kirill is her enforcer. He's the one that mentioned there would be a new Moon Touched coming soon.
He was the one who attacked us.
I assume so.
How did they take over your pack?
Sheer strength. The vampire did not intercede, but White Claw is a very powerful wear. She is trueborn, not turned, like you will be.
Of your pack, how many support the old ways, and how many support White Claw? If we were to gather enough strength, do you think we would be able to oust her?
It is possible.
We've seen the strength of Kirill compared to him. What is she like?
She is much stronger than him. I do not even know where she came from, to be perfectly honest. There were always rumors of other wares, others of those blessed by the Mother Night. Those that lived in the wild like the animals that those claim that we are. But she seemed willing to leave us be and go by her own way until just a month or two ago.
Wait,
That's when we woke up.
From what?
vampires. The vampires that rule this land are playing a twisted game of power. I think White Claw may be another piece. You say she is bestial, yes? More
Very
so
much
than the rest.
so. She is, as I said, trueborn, whereas many in our pack are turned.
The night I arrived in Barovia, I met a woman named Anastasia, and she commanded a pack of wolves to tear me apart at the seams. I know beast minds are different from humanoid, but if White Claw toes the line, I don't think it's very much of a stretch that Valenta is pulling the strings, not White Claw. She may well be as much of a prisoner as you.
I doubt it.
Kirill, the one we met in the forest, he got pure joy out of what he did. At least he seemed to.
Listen, they are on a hunt right now. White Claw brought back a younger, young man last time she was out, and she and the vampire were talking about some kind of ritual. I don't think it will bode well for any of us, and especially Kresk, if she goes through with whatever it is that she needs to do with him.
Do you know when she plans to do this ritual?
Very soon.
What is the ritual?
I do not know. I could not get close enough to listen, but I think it is clear that she intended to gain some power.
Is he here?
He is kept in the... Yes, he's kept in the kennels.
Would it be possible for us to take him with us?
He looks around, see possibly if anyone's listening, and says, "You could, but I have the feeling that she will not let him go so easily."
She as in White Claw or someone else?
White Claw. She will have his scent. If he is as important to her as he seems to be.
I'm wondering if, with the information we know and knowing the individuals responsible, if we could get Kresk to help us. They're just as desperate to end this as you all are. I just don't want you all to get stuck in the middle of it.
Those Bellevues would as soon butcher us as help us.
Good news, they are not coming.
But if you go to Kresk for their help, they most certainly will.
We could talk to them.
I know they're blinded by fear, anger.
There are those in the pack that will still follow me, but not until White Claw is dead. As long as she lives, they will fight. If you bring Kresk, if you bring the Bellevues, they will not be able to help themselves. It is in their blood to follow the pack.
So we isolate her. Separate her from her puppeteer. Separate her from her lieutenant. Take her out together. If she is stronger than us, we are stronger than her together.
Will Valenta just replace her with someone if we take her out?
I was pack leader before her. I will be pack leader again if she dies. Though Kirill might attempt to lay claim.
What's this guy's name that we're talking to? Out of character. Did he give it?
He hasn't said yet.
Listen, wait, how may I address you?
Emil Torenescu.
Emil Torenescu. I have an odd question about White Claw. As a person, has she seemed empty? Lack of drive? Lack of focus?
No, she is very driven, very full of passion. The moon spurs her. Mother Night is strong with her.
Is she, with the moon having already reached its apex, is she weaker? Sorry, I don't know really how this all works.
We are stronger on nights of the full moon, but she is still very strong.
guess the second question is, will I be able to fight her? Or will I also be compelled to fight for her?
You have not yet turned. You should be fine.
Is there a place we could hide within here, or would she pick up our scent immediately?
I brought you in here in the hopes that the spring will wash away most of your scent, but anywhere else in the caves, it will be unlikely. Do you truly intend to fight her?
We came hoping to find a way to stop the violence on Crest. And if she is the problem, and a problem for you as well, I just look at everybody else and like, I don't know if we're able to, but
If we let fear, if we let feelings of inadequacy stop us in our tracks, nothing will ever change, and no one will ever be helped. That doesn't mean we should be foolish. It doesn't mean we should charge in. But we have to try, don't we? Make things better.
There is an outcropping above the den. It is a place where Whiteclaw takes those that she steals away from their families and forces them to fight for the honor of becoming a Lycan. I believe that is also where they intend to do the ritual. I could distract the rest of the pack when she brings him up there, and you could be lying in wait, and hopefully the fight will be easier.
Will Valenta be with her? Because we cannot fight her.
I know not.
you did say Valenta did not intervene the last time, right?
Like,
Is she just there as a show of power? Or does she actively keep y'all in line?
She seems close with Whiteclaw, but she does not need to intercede, or at least she has not before.
how many follow you still? That could help us.
I can keep them away. I do not think that I can lead any against her for you. Their nature would make them turn against me and work for her. It's part of the curse to follow the strongest.
I missed all of that. I apologize. My internet crept up.
I do not think that I can lead any of our pack against her. Their curse leads them to follow the strongest. If I attempted to lead an insurrection, they would turn against me just as well as you. The best I can do is keep them away. But that is better than fighting an entire werewolf pack, no?
We didn't do so great against one, but there was only 2 of us at the time, so.
How many would we be fighting, and how many can we take away?
The number may be a dozen. If I am successful, with luck, it would just be White Claw and Kirill. She does not go anywhere without him. Possibly his mate Bianca, but
I think in this case, our best bet would be get to the arena beforehand and rig the situation against them. Do whatever we can to set things up in our favor while they are away.
Did you say this ritual would take place tonight?
it is possible. She often goes up there during the nights. Brings us closer to the moon and to Mother Night.
You keep mentioning Mother Night. We have heard of spirits, 3 guardians of Barovia. She is one of them, yes?
You speak of the 3 ladies?
I do.
No, Mother Night is not one of them. The 3 ladies are fey creatures, or were. Mother Night is... She is the night. She is the origin of our gift and our curse. She is all the things that hide from the light. All those things that the light harms. We
You
are
ever
creatures of the night.
Do you ever communicate with her?
We offer her prayers, we offer her sacrifice. Who can say whether our prayers are answered or no? We already have her blessing. She ensures that the hunt goes well. She ensures that the pack stays strong. I worry that White Claw, strong in her blessing, is a bad omen.
The gods are not here to solve all of our problems. They give and they take away. They're like a distant relative that you're out of contact with. Reassuring, but never quite as close as you would like.
Perhaps.
Would like to try to commune with her if we get the chance. Before whatever happens.
Make
could say-
another diplomacy check. Or a religion check.
My religion's really good. Public or private?
Private.
Okay. You could say I am a creature of the night as well. A different way.
If you think it will help, then we have a shrine to her in one of the caves.
I don't know, but sometimes all you can do is try.
make our way to the outcropping, right? Before she comes back.
Then follow me. But be very quiet. And if you can, cover your scents.
Clara takes one step backward and
I have
in
passed
the shadow.
Trace.
The shadow.
I will use pass without trace.
We put it in. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
that'll
can-
work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're obscuring what you're leaving behind. I'd say that applies to your scent as well.
And it gives us a +10 to stealth.
Nope, it does not.
Oh, I thought it.
That's
That's
5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that is 5e. I apologize.
Alright, so you cast the spell, and you actually pass through the spring around a corner of the bend, which leads you to the description I will have in just a second.
You got this, Vestine.
Thanks. Ain't trying.
Hold for show.
Hold
Also,
for
while you're doing that,
Hold.
Esther isn't saying much, but like, Homeboy's got like 3 little notebooks out, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, literally taking notes on like everything.
I feel like he was taking too much of that scene, so tell me to shut up if I am.
Oh my god,
No, it
no!
was
I loved it.
beautiful. We love you, Clara. It's like, girl.
Rough-hewn stairs lead down to a torchlit cave, where you see 6 wooden cages, their lids held shut with heavy rocks. 2 of the cages are empty, and 2 of the others you see hold a couple of younger boys, younger men, probably like early teens. And between the cages you see a crude wooden statue that bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. Piled around the statue's base is an incredible amount of treasure. You see a woman in shredded clothes kneels before the statue. Emil whispers, "Zuleika." And she turns around. And I'll show you her also in just a second.
I'm sorry, are we in the kennels now?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Ashai takes one step in this room, looks at what's going on, and backs out.
Oh, Ashai, where are you going?
I will be out here when you are ready to call us.
We're
How many of us
following
know how she died?
We talked
Ireena?
about it.
But I don't know.
Oh, I do because I read your thing, right?
Me?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
Ashai.
Because I think we are going above. We're following him.
You did read her tattoo,
Her throat was slit.
Mhm.
I
She
don't
was
know who
chained.
she told though.
She was
chained to the
imprisoned.
ground. Yeah.
I read your fun, sexy leg diary, so.
Okay, so
I'll follow Ashai.
okay, we'll stick with the rest of the party for a moment. This woman turns around, Zuleika, you assume, and she says, "Emil, who have you brought into the den?" He says, "I hope that they can help us about Whiteclaw. But this one," and gestures to Clara, "wished to speak with Mother Knight first." She seems a bit surprised at that, and just moves aside from the shrine to let you get closer.
Clara will nod to Zuleka and she'll step towards the shrine mimic the posture that she had before, and just close her eyes and try to reach out with any sense she has. And she'll just start praying in her head. I don't know much of who you are or what you stand for. I wish to know much about how this land operates, because I know there is good in it. I know there are things worth saving. I do not know if you are a deity of strength who values power. I do not know if your people's happiness and well-being is what you strive to protect, but they are hurting right now. Themselves and others. It is not a noble thing. It is not survival. It is not nature. It is hatred and bloodlust and greed. If you can guide us towards a simpler path, I am open to your wisdom.
Go ahead and make a religion check. You reach out with whatever sense that you have, the same way that you reach out toward Lady Pharasma. Nothing. There's no response, although you don't know if that is a response in and of itself, whether your words do not reach her, or whether she does not consider you worthy of her attention, or if she has heard you and is simply waiting to make herself known in a different way, but there is no response.
Can Chancel hear? Was that out loud or was that like? Spoken?
I feel like it was either silently or very, very under her breath. So if you want to like roll perception, I don't know. I'm not the DM.
It's more the shiny stuff that's left at the altar. Chance wants to leave something. So she'll set down 2 silver at the altar. Or not silver, sorry, not silver. Gold! We're gonna do 2 gold. Taser werewolves.
You do notice a very obvious lack of silver pieces around.
And as Clara finishes her prayer, she'll straighten back up and she'll just kind of frown and shake her head and go back to the others.
Man, Chance will lay 2 gold down. See if that might help. Colorado.
As you finish your ablutions, or whatever you want to call it, Emil just kind of gives a look like, do you wish to go lay in wait now, or do you have preparations to make?
How long do you think we have?
It is a little past the afternoon. They could come back from their hunt at any time, but they will not head to the peak for a number of hours yet.
So we should probably leave to prepare and then come back closer.
I will leave that to you to decide, but it is... Waiting here would not be for the best.
It's all of us. But, like, should we head out and find a place that's hidden?
Ireena will say, Pose. If you can show us where the ring is, we can try and set up something that will have the upper edge. And Emil says, of course, back this way. Zuleika, when they come, we will distract the rest of the pack. If they get up there, it will make things much more difficult, but this is the only chance we will have. He goes to start to like take you away, and you see one of the kids kind of like reaches out and says, "Wait, are you from Kresk? What news from Kresk? Please, my name is Ilya. My father is the burgomaster. Please, let me know what has happened."
I'll kneel down. He's in a cage, like low cage, or is it like a...
I mean, it's like 5 feet, so he's standing up in it. He's not quite large enough to need to kneel or anything.
We're trying to bring peace to both the clan here and Kresk, and free both of you from the tyranny of the one that's leading.
You see Emil kind of like make a shushing noise, like, "Shh, do not let Bianca hear you. If you want out, then you will be quiet." And he says, yes, I'm sorry. Just, I know he and my mother are, I'm certain, very, very worried. How is Kresk all right? You can sense this almost desperation in his tone as he's trying to get information about what happened in Kresk.
It's okay for now when we left it. I'm saying very quietly. Shush.
The werewolf attack. What happened in the werewolf attack?
Were we there?
There were none who died.
Yeah, we were not.
What of my sister?
Injured, but she lives.
Was she bitten?
Clara nods.
He immediately like slumps to the back of the cage and just puts his hands over his eyes, and you just hear him muttering, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Anna. I'm so sorry."
I will kneel in front of the cage. Hold fast. It is not over yet.
Make me one more diplomacy, or make me a sense motive check.
Is that perception?
Yeah. You, I'm trying to comfort him, but as you hear him like apologizing, he seems convinced. You can tell from his tone of voice that he is the reason that his sister was bitten.
What's his name?
Ilya. Ilya.
Ilya, what do you know about the attack on Kresk?
It was me. It was me. I'm the one who did it.
What did you do?
I slipped my chains in the night because I thought that I could. I killed the villagers, and I'm the one who bit my sister.
You're afflicted as well.
I just remember the rush, and I remember blood, and I remember the moon, and then I remember waking up, and she had me, and she took me here. And I don't know what she plans to do with me, but maybe it's better.
Look at me, Ilya. You are still alive. You are still here. We are not going to let her succeed. You are going to get out of this cage. You are going to help me save your sister. You're going to take responsibility for what you have done, and you will move on. This is not all that you are, and not all that you will be. You will get through this.
Kresk will burn me. And they would be right too.
Maybe they would. But are you going to give up before you even have the chance to make things right?
Fine. I guess it makes no difference if I die here in Kresk, so I will survive until Kresk at least.
Every day you survive is another day that you can choose to make things better. And she will stand up.
Fresh cut to Ashai and Aster. Ashai backpedaling out of the room, and Aster following quickly behind.
Ashai, we really shouldn't be wandering. I think that was like one of the rules.
Just walk a little out and just lean up against a wall.
Aster walks up to you and like looks at you for a second and then like stands next to you and also leans against the wall trying to match your like body.
Fucking loser.
Are you okay?
Like, you see people confront. If we have to go through there to go upstairs, that is fine. I will wait.
That is understandable. I'm sorry you had to see that again. Would you like a cashew?
Got my hand for the cashew.
Okay, cool. Also, I have some spare melatonin if you want some.
Perhaps later.
Where did you even get that?
Prospero gave it to me. Mysterious voice from the air. That's why I wasn't in the fight. It was crazy.
Jenny Greenteeth really just has everything.
I was big EB.
It was EP.
I was EB.
Hey, Green Teeth is like the drugstore, like Eckerd's or
The
whatever.
missile took a long
Walgreens.
sleep.
I know.
Do you think we're gonna? Oh, I'm sorry. You first. Sorry. Let me leave.
It's just. I know you've read what is on my leg. It's not just when I died. It has happened other times, and I do not like it.
And you have a right to feel that way.
That is why I lost control in the Reformation Center.
Oh,
What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say, do you think we're ready for this?
No.
Me neither. Kind of scares me.
I think we should do it anyway.
And we don't really have any other choice, do we?
No.
We can't really be like, hey, werewolves, go back with this other guy, because he's the cool old leader, not this cool hip one with a vampire sidekick.
I'm more worried that Lenta will get involved, and we are clearly not ready to fight her as much as I want to.
There has to be more pieces to this. I feel like Emil said he can't intervene any more than keeping them away, which obviously is like a really big help because we can't fight a whole pack, but... Oh!
What?
I think I might have an idea. But if it comes to that, I need you to stay, like, super away from me.
I mean, if it is.
Do you remember? Like, I'm not gonna take it out because you're gonna... the giant, like... Was it golden? Was it silver? Like a giant cross?
Symbol.
Yeah, it was like a big cross, wasn't it?
Oh, that thing.
We got from Ezmerelda's hut,
Does that...
and Chance was like, give it back. And I said, nope.
Does that affect werewolves the way it does vampires?
I think it was more so for the sake of if Valenta intervenes.
Oh. Yes.
Right, because
would...
did you just do the sign of the cross?
No.
Are you Christian? Is that what this is?
Um,
What's Christianity?
Actually,
I hope
that's a good point. Did you just pull out the cross?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
I held my bag out because I was like,
Okay.
I'm not going to take it out because you'll yeet.
Yeah, she would have.
I know she would have taken off.
I know Volenta is not as strong as Strahda is, but if you recall that when we met her in the castle, silver and things did not seem to bother her. So I would not count on it necessarily.
I mean, at least we have it.
You can
If it's,
try.
I know she's strong enough to like not let it affect her, but it's better than nothing. I mean, statistically speaking, we are better off with silvered weapons than without, amongst other things. And the thing I have, and some other stuff that Clara and Chance has, and I really think if we just kind of get her on the floor and like pin her down or something, like Ireena will just kind of like super, like a lot, like, and just with the big weapon, yeah.
You're talking about
They just-
Volenta or
Oh, I
White
mean
Claw
both, but
or-
sure, all of them. I think the strategy here is if we all get them like pinned down and they can't move, then Reina just like keeps really going to town. She's huge. We have to like I don't think I have to remind you that. Like she's like jacked. What does that face mean? What is that? What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Why is there color in your face? You're gray. Do you want another cashew?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to check with the others?
I assumed they were gonna come back at some point. I'd rather
Like
not
right
leave you
about now.
alone. Oh my god, look, our friends! Wow!
Oh my god,
Um,
hi!
Oh my god, hi!
Hi,
Emil
guys!
brings-
Hi!
Oh no, what
Emil
is this
brings-
curse on us? Hi!
You're all incorrigible. Emil brings.
I love you too, DM.
I love you guys so much. Emil brings the rest of you out
Sandwiches.
and says, quickly now before they return, I will show you where. And he actually heads back the way that you guys came toward the cave entrance. As you walk, he says, there is another entrance in the back of the caves, but the less scent that you leave behind, the better. It will be a bit of a climb, but I think that you are all capable of that much, no?
CCC. Can I make a request?
You can always ask.
Thank you, Father DM. In the span of his hyperfixation on the new perspective around him and like his taking in how the close contact with a pack space, can I say that Aster attempted to map out the spaces that we were visiting in this? So we had like a rudimentary kind of like map.
I'll say make a survival check.
6. Sure, I know. Oof. Okay. Well, that's a 10.
It's not the best sketch, but like you can like there's a couple other small passageways that you can see. You get a very rudimentary grasp of what the den's layout is like. There's the entrance you came in, which splits into like two paths. The right one leads to the spring that you're all currently trudging through. The left one to wherever the large campfire is. If you stuck on the right wall, you would eventually hit the kennels, and then there seem to be a number of alcoves on the west side, but you didn't get close enough to really see in them. And given what Emil said, that's probably where Kirill's mate and pack followers probably reside. So best that you didn't go that way.
Wait.
And then some stuff to the north that you didn't really get a good glimpse of, but you at least have a general layout in your brain of what it looks like.
Cool. Quick and dirty. Love it. Thank you.
Emil gives another quick nod to Davanka, the werewolf on watch, and looks out the front before taking you all the way out of the cave. and seems to think that the coast is clear, and just kind of waves you. He takes you, if you're all following, a short walk anti-clockwise around the cliff face that the cave is in, and you see him point up, and you can kind of see a small outcropping that seems flatter than the rest of the mountain that the cave is built into, and it says, up there you will find a ring of stone. There will probably be bloodstains left there. There is another entrance into the den from there. I'm certain that Whiteclaw will enter from that. When they leave, we will make sure that the rest of the pack does not follow, although she usually goes up by herself and Kirill as it is. Best of luck. And
You
goes
tell
back
us. Wait, before he goes.
Mhm.
Any weaknesses, any triggers, even to just get her off guard and under her skin. Anything we can use.
You know about silver, I assume.
We are all armed.
She does not seem to like her family. I do not know who her family is, but she often curses them under her breath. That is the most I can think of.
Whiteclaw?
Yes.
Okay.
Kirill is a very simple creature. He is certain to be very easily influenced to make bad and rash decisions. Best of
We
luck.
can anger him. Maybe he'll make a mistake.
Best of luck. And he heads back to the werewolf den.
So he said that she would enter for the evening through that entrance at the top that he just showed us, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
we definitely don't want to go up there now.
Well, you haven't gotten up there yet. Like, you haven't seen. He pointed out a small outcropping up the mountain, and he said that there was a door in the mountain from that outcropping of rock.
The whole point was to hide and wait for her.
We were gonna wait for her to bring up the guy for the ritual, I thought.
Also, I thought they said they wouldn't be back for like a couple hours.
Yeah. So we have
But I
time
guess
to rest and recuperate maybe a little bit.
It's a stakeout then.
Not much we can do or go.
Now, if we only had somebody who was really good at irritating other people.
Look at Aster.
Everybody looks at a shy.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Reel
I
it in
didn't
there,
say it.
Corky.
I thought the insinuation was Prospero, but
Yeah, I
you
was
know.
thinking Prospero, honestly.
Oh, we're all thinking
I
different
was
things.
just, honestly, we piss off each other in so many different ways. I just wanted to say that and see where it went.
I am
That's
nothing.
Clara's just here to
but a
stir
cute
the
little
pot.
bean.
Sarah, Clara, jeez.
Clara seems nice, but then she stirs the pot, and
Listen, you don't know the kind of shit I got up to with Lily before she died.
Oh, fair enough.
and as you prepare to take a quick rest and start the stakeout. We'll take a quick break there. We'll see you all back in about 10 minutes or so. Have a good break. I know we will. All right. See you then.
Right.
And welcome back. So, you all are left at the bottom of the hill, essentially. You have a few hours to wait. What do you do?
We need to find a place that's not going to be found. Probably.
But we need
Yeah,
to
look
get to
for
the
a
top first.
vantage point or hiding spot.
Should I start
I have a
walking?
feeling if we're down here, she'd probably be more apt to find us. Maybe if we were higher up above the...
Is that not the whole point? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's climb.
All right. So, you all start climbing your way up. Ireena following you as well. I'd say this is going to be survival checks from all of you to cover tracks.
Secret
Yeah, I have a good survival.
or out in the open?
Good
Secret.
luck, everyone else.
All right.
Why are you hiding under my desk, little man? What are you doing down?
All right. So, are you waiting like on the outcropping or like above it, trying to find somewhere?
Above it, probably, so that we're not...
Big
directly-
vantage point.
Okay. You find what you hope is a decent and settle in for a few hours to prepare, what have you. You still have a few hours, so the rest of the time is yours.
Mhm.
The Ring of Stones, by the way, as you get a decent vantage point, looks about 20 foot in diameter. A ring of stones that dominates a rocky ledge on the mountainside. You can see spattered blood and small gnawed bones within the ring, and several spears stained with blood lying on the ground outside the circle.
Where we're hiding, is it like... where are we in relation to the Circle of Stones?
It sounded like you guys were like above it.
Yes. Is it like a steep drop off? Is there like a slope?
It's a fairly rough slope. It's not enough that you need to worry about like falling off, but it's very unstable terrain. Like you wouldn't want to fight on it.
There any big boulders up here?
That's a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
Or, rolling down onto people's heads?
Sure.
I was like, where are you going with that?
Isn't that
Make
the
a
line?
perception check.
I want a Breath of the Wild this, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's a fair amount of rocks up here. Nothing that's like the boulder at the end of Snow White that the Wicked Witch tries to drop on them, but
Like Indiana
so-
Jones.
yeah, there's no Indiana Jones boulder, but there's a fair few big chunks of rock that could possibly do some decent damage. But nothing that you could Breath of the Wild, no.
God damn it.
And you do not have the benefits of a Sheikah Slate. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
That's the
Not
extent
sponsored.
of my trying to be tactical. It's somebody else's turn.
I mean, I like the idea.
Can
Can we
I
get a map of the room?
can I make some sort of attempt at this moment in time, since we have several hours, to try to figure out one of the magic scrolls?
Sure.
Thanks.
And I go, Clara, or Chance, but
What's wrong?
maybe one of these will be helpful, or I could ask Ezmerelda, but let's try to figure it out on our own before she tries to take these back.
What are they?
Remember we found 2 magic scrolls in her caravan?
Oh, yes.
Maybe one of them can help us.
Let's take a look.
I whip it out. What?
So, so in order to identify a magic item, you need to make an identify magic check with one of your skills. Although, I actually don't know if your thaumaturge stuff will qualify for esoteric lore. I don't think that would. I think it needs to be a specific arcana nature, occultism, or religion check.
I mean, I still get a boost from my Eldritch Researcher dedication.
Yes, that is true.
So I'm gonna use. Well, occultism and arcana are the same, so I'm gonna use arcana.
Okay.
I'm gonna add my.
And you get a +2 from ritual.
So I'll do. I got +2. Any checks to perform a ritual.
Oh, if it's just to perform a ritual that doesn't apply
No, but
to
I get a
identify.
+1 attempts chosen skill when investigating or identifying magic. Does that count?
I'd say yes.
Okay. That bad boy in there. Kerchow.
Kerchow.
Kerchiga. Alright. Would you like it to be public or blind?
Can be blind, please.
Okie dokie.
Because if you critically fail, you'll learn something incorrect.
Ooh.
So which one? Do you care which one that you are?
The first one on my list.
Okay, the first one on your list, you attempt to identify, and are unsuccessful.
I go. I don't do a lot of magic. Claire, do you know it? Here you go.
Let me see. I can religion
Arcana, nature,
or
occultism,
arcana?
or religion.
Okay.
So, with your religion check, you do manage to decode what it is. It is a scroll of remove curse. Everybody's like, huh?
Interesting.
Save that for the child.
It's a mystery.
That won't survive.
Child? We have bigger fish to fry here. I don't care if the kid dies. This is David. That's not Esther. This is
Wow,
Jess and Reina.
Damn.
We have bigger fish to fry.
Well, we know where David lies on the fuck children scale.
That's not
Phrasing!
Okay, first of all, phrasing.
Fuck them kids.
What's worse than a child? No.
No. You do still have the other one.
It was remove curse, right?
The first one was remove curse. It's in your inventory now.
Oh, Kerchow.
I can look at the other one and try. What was it?
Or
Arcana.
No.
it can be any of the checks. Some
There
some
you
of
go.
it depending on which spell list it's on, it makes it easier to identify, but you have no way of knowing that.
A lot of spells are shared domains.
Yeah.
So is Arcana, Occultism, or Religion, right? I think it's what
Arcana, nature, occultism,
Oh,
religion.
nature. I'll do a nature check.
Go for it.
If this tea weren't really hot, I would try sipping it through a red vine.
Ooh,
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, you
enough,
can.
Clara. No more.
No,
Thanks,
this
Dad.
is a scroll of mirror image.
That could be useful. You definitely use it as a distraction.
So I'm writing notes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Also in your inventory.
I know, but I got put in my book.
In your book.
In my book.
I do
Has to
believe
take
our
it out.
best
It's all right.
fit for one of our enemies.
I mean, we don't want to put all our resources in one combat, right? These are just like precautionary measures.
Yeah.
We try to make do with what we have, and if that's the case.
Well, they are another tool in our arsenal. We'll use them if we have to.
It's true. Also, I just wanted to remind everyone that they had their runes if needed. So if those have been applied to the necessary items, as well as I believe I distributed at some point salves and oils to certain individuals, such as shielding, and I think I gave somebody like a life boosting or something like that. So just double check your inventories in case. So I don't know if we ever used our potency crystals, but those were a potential talisman we could take advantage of.
I still have my potency crystal.
Me
Oh.
do too, because I never do melee.
Unfortunately, I think it's they're not very helpful anymore because they make your weapon a +1 striking weapon, and all of you now at level 4 always have +1 striking weapons because of the advancement system.
Well, we can give it to somebody who doesn't need.
You can also sell them.
We could also sell them, says the little voice in my head.
Okay, buddy, I gotcha.
Aster has like all his items laid out. He's like, well, we have this, then we have this.
Check my inventory.
Where's your? Yeah, you wanna sit with me?
Ireena will sit down next to Reina. Not really say anything.
Raina will look over. Are you sure you're alright?
I mean, while we're here, I can always benefit from. I mean, I can treat my own wounds, that's fine. I'll be right as rain by the time we need to fight.
It's very scary to see you bitten back there.
They're just regular wolves, it's not a big deal. You
I
were.
know.
They were really all over you, weren't they?
Yeah. They were. Lucky to have Clara.
Yes.
She's going to. Are we like sitting? Do we all like take a load off?
I mean, it's up to you all. But
Crisscross applesauce in a circle.
Playing Esco Tico.
We're playing bullshit.
Oh, I love bullshit, dude.
Wait a
Or
minute,
spoons.
that's not 3 cards. That's 4.
What takes 7 damage?
What?
Press the wrong button. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
I literally just pressed the wrong button. Chill your roll.
Everybody point fingers at the end.
Irena's gonna take out her journal and see that there is a new message in her journal.
Can we all look at it?
Ireena looks over as you open it, but I don't know if the rest of you do.
I was gonna say Ashai is watching Reina and Ireena just for other reasons.
I think then
What
you
other
probably
reasons, Cork?
sexy reasons.
Hooer. Bench of hooers.
I think you would definitely see both of them like as they look like you. They're clearly like notice that there's something new in the journal.
Does Ireena read it?
She would look over your shoulder unless you try and like stop her.
No, she's not hiding it.
Kind of has a puzzled
Reina-
look and then looks
Reina's-
over at Prospero.
Oh.
Dog.
I'm so sorry. Reina's gonna look at Ireena.
Oh no, the wolves got here early.
No,
The wolves have zoomies.
We see them out in the front of the cave. It's
Can
like,
we just pick up a stick and throw it? Will they chase it?
Yeah, definitely. That's how it works.
So stinky.
Irena's gonna look at the entry and then meet Ireena's eyes, and then look over at Prospero.
She also looks over at Prospero, and it's something shy. If you're watching them,
Yeah.
you would definitely notice them.
What does it say?
I'm not going to read this out loud.
I walk
Ireena
over.
just gives.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
Ireena just gives you like a.
scooch in.
I feel like we all scooch in at this point. We're like,
Yep. It's
Okay,
like,
can you drop it in the chat, or do you want me to?
share with the
You can
crowd.
just say it if you
I don't
want.
remember
since...
what it says.
Oh, well,
well, could you?
why do you
Hold
not
on,
have
hold
your own journal open?
Imagine
My
looking at
God.
it. That's so crazy.
Because I don't. Hold on.
No.
Pause. Hold for show.
You look lovely, by the way.
God, you're so unprepared. It says, if you truly wish to know the reason for Prospero's eye, ask him what made it so special to him.
Hey,
As
Prospero.
everybody.
Only he
No,
were here right now.
he's not here, so we
Oh,
can't
I know.
fucking do
Yeah,
this
he's
part.
just
We dragged him up the hill.
yeah.
Knocked the fuck out of sleep.
As everybody is huddled over Reina's journal reading it, she's gonna come clean. I met with Strahda last night while everyone was asleep.
What? I feel like we had like a really big talk and we're all on the same page, and now, like she was next to you.
I kept an eye on her. Everything was fine.
You were there too,
Shai was there too.
Clara.
Not
We
because I
passed
wanted
out.
her to be there, but because she snuck over.
The melatonin really hit. I missed all of that.
What did she say?
I asked her a bunch of questions, and she answered them the same way she always has.
Truth, half lie.
He conveniently did not answer some.
Good old
Was this one of
redirection.
those questions?
One of the
She
questions
didn't-
one of the questions I asked was to explain Prospero's eye and the story behind it. She did not answer in the moment, and this was the answer she gave me, I guess. I guess once he's sobered up, we can ask him about it.
If he's willing to talk.
I'm just curious to know what this means.
Quick question. The previous entry, is that like on the same page or the one you wrote? Or
Yeah.
is it like on the... So then you also all see on the same page, it says, meet me when the rest have gone to sleep, I have questions, in Reyna's handwriting.
Why didn't you just tell us this before?
Because I didn't want you to tell me not to go.
Because?
Because I wanted to go.
But why would we tell you not to?
Also, doesn't that kind of defeat the whole purpose of trying to be open with us if you're still not saying things because you think that we're going to tell you that it's not a good idea?
I told Ireena. Remember?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So, shut up, Jonathan.
Sorry.
She was the only person I told.
Ireena's speaking for the group.
He's telling you now.
I wasn't going to hide it from you.
I know, I'm not being hostile. I just felt like it should be something that's said in the moment.
I didn't want any of you to be there. And looks at a shy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she wants with any of you, so it's just best for me to go alone to these types of things.
What did she say about us?
Really nothing. She said you guys are a part of the plan as well.
The plan for what?
I don't know.
Apparently so is this pack of werewolves and Cress and everything else. As I said, this started a month ago.
What does she
I
want
asked
to
her
do?
if we can just send all of you I had to burp. All of you home, since that is what you want. And she told me that you guys are part of the plan as well. I have no idea what that means.
Tired of being part of people's plans.
Same.
Yes.
Reyna's going to look down at her hands and look back up at all of you and then say, me too.
I am going to take out the journal in front of everyone and attempt to decode the next passage.
Okay. Go ahead and make a society check.
We live in a society.
Thank you.
For flavor, Claire's participating in the discussion, but she has been a bit more subdued and thoughtful since we got into place.
Cancel. Move her, Clara. Everything alright? Well, nothing's alright, I guess. Kind of
No,
crappy, but you know what I mean.
just... yeah. I know that gods and the nature spirits that govern this land, I know they're still there, but it feels like Barovia's been abandoned. Feels like we've all been left to fend for ourselves. Don't know if it's because they can't reach us here or something else.
I think it's the mists. I mean, nothing else can get through. It's like it's cut off from everything. So I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if it was also cut off from the gods.
That's possible. I wonder where Barovia is supposed to be. Feels like it's just existing in a void right now.
I've never been outside of Barovia, so I don't really know.
Guys, we hit the big one. My goodness.
What did you find?
Share with the class.
Give me a second. I'm gonna just read it.
Story time. Story time.
Should I just read it out loud for the people?
Yeah.
Yes, do it because I think that would be fun.
Let's. Okay. All right. Everybody, guys, get closer. Reina, scoot in. You're too far.
I just didn't want to interrupt the other discussion that was happening. That's all.
Too late. I did it for you.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Okay. I relay these accounts as passionless as I can, though I am certain my emotions shall bleed through, if only for my future self to look back with as neutral an eye as possible. Patrina. Patrina. Pachinka.
Is that the one with the braids?
I think that was the one. Yeah, that was the one before.
She's the lover that Strahda took after Tatiana was out of her reach, I think.
Yeah, you guys are correct, I believe. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, there it is. It's that one.
Hi.
Yeah, she's the one that does know a lot about magic and stuff, and like they spent a lot of time together. Yeah, that one. Okay. Patrina had finally agreed to join me at Castle Ravenloft permanently. We shared all as it was, mind and body, only our souls disparate. So the foregone conclusion would finally become reality. She needed only bring the last of her possessions from her ancestral home within the Dusk Elf enclave of the Vallakovich Woods. I offer her the services of a retainer, or several, but she laughed, saying she needed no help bringing a single pack of belongings, and would return within a day as promised. A promise she sealed with a kiss. Would that I had sent her with an army. I'm sorry. My reading skills right now. I haven't.
It's okay.
There's like a lot of tension,
Eepy
you know.
bitches.
Eepy.
Would you like me to take over for you, darling?
Okay, Mom. Here, you read for me. Here's me and my 12 moms.
She did not return that day, nor the next. What arrived instead was a missive from her brother, Kasimir, saying that the elders had sentenced her to death for occult forbidden practices and abandonment of their ways and people. He said her death was on my own hands. I know not much of what happened immediately after, so blind with rage was I. I ordered Rahadin to gather all present troops and all those in the village besides, marching off to the enclave within a few hours. I have overseen wars aplenty. This was not a war. I orchestrated a slaughter, my forces cutting through Dusk Elf warriors left and right, myself at the fore of the battle, my blade drenched in dusky blood. I personally ended the lives of each Dusk Elf elder that orchestrated my Patrina's death, a bloody, painful death for each. Her brother I left for last, Kasimir, Rahadin at my side. I asked him why he would kill his own sister, the one who she should have cared for beyond all others, protected from any ill, no matter the cost. And he spit at my feet and said I had corrupted her, that she had turned from their ways and that I was the only possible cause. Enraged, I moved to him. A mistake, as he called upon the forest. A cloying, grey-green energy headed toward me. I should have died, I know this. And yet as miraculously a bat flew, flying away from the slaughter, catching the spell with its body. Incensed, I kicked him, breaking his focus, grabbing his head and whispered to him that you will live 1,000 of my lives, and I shall ensure you forget every single one of them in shame. I twisted and yanked his ears off his skull. The screams of pain did not comfort me, as I knew they would not. I gathered Patrina's body, turning to leave. Kasimir's last words. If he would take any pleasure left in his life, it would be watching my family and I waste away in pain and suffering. And we left.
Wait a minute.
It's the one that we met.
Yeah! That's what I was just thinking about! Sorry, I got excited.
Did he not say his sister was involved in dark arts in some place to the south?
Uh-huh. Yeah!
Is Patrina still alive?
She still be
Well, if
in
we were
hiding.
talking... Well, if we're stuck here, and she died here, then she has to come back.
There's no... Souls cannot exist. Souls cannot pass away from Barovia. Everything is trapped here.
So everyone that's died that she's met has come back in some sort of way. So her family is still here, and she's picking up the pieces for people that don't remember, right? That has to be the case. Wait a minute. Ireena, you're from here, right?
Yes.
So does that mean that you actually do have the possibility of having some sort of ancestral connection to Strahda through some reincarnated means, which is why you're called the Star, but we haven't found it in the book yet? I'm gonna hit like page 342 and it's gonna be like the Star, and we're gonna be like, oh my god, you're the Star!
Ireena just looks at Reyna.
How am I supposed to know if I'm a reincarnation? Is that something you're supposed to know?
I don't know.
Reyna
Ireena
looks
started
back at
feeling
Ireena.
feelings.
Ireena kind of gives a shrug. It's like, I don't really understand it any more than you do.
Reyna, have you had like feelings from something outside yourself, or I guess inside yourself?
No.
Well, there goes my thought process. I mean, I don't know. It's something. We should go find Patrina or
We should, but
Patrina's
this is not
reincarnation.
something we can address right now.
No, I know, but like, you know, it's our next step, right?
Just add it to the list.
The list
I
is
don't know, this one feels important. Right, but if we don't have the strength to take down her court of vampires, I think finding people connected to her is key.
Right.
For whatever our reason is. Like, Reyna, we talked to you. The path is through her, whether it means whatever it means, but I think these are like keys. It makes it easier to open the door for our freedom. Guys, you don't seem excited. This is like a next step. We're a little less lost. About?
Let's take in.
Where would
Is
we
it?
even find her?
Well, we said the south, right? From, Vallakovich, right?
It was,
We were in the ruins going south.
I believe.
The player would need to watch that episode back because I don't remember.
Do we think on the map it's the giant castle thingy that was in the mountains?
Yes.
Is that on Mount Kakis?
Yeah.
Mount
Do you think it's something
Kakis.
there? Mount Kakis.
Mount Kakis.
Oh, look, the map I just pulled out conveniently for all of us.
Yes.
Well, she said her family was from Svalich Wood, right?
Yes.
The Svalich woods are generally pretty much all of the forested
everywhere.
areas in Barovia, yeah.
Dear Lords Almighty. All right, okay. So the best point of reference is. So the brother has been existing for as long as Strahda has. And we talked to him. So do we go talk to him again? It's probably not a good idea to bring back those memories.
I think we just go where he directed us and go from there.
Yeah. So maybe after this we really do go to Mount Gakis. We can take that path that we saw coming to Kresk, the one right before Lake Baratok here.
And we'll find whatever remains of Patrina.
Unless we want to take the river. I think that'd make Prospero happy. Right, Prospero? Oh, he's drunk. So
We just get a riverboat.
Well, while we're having this conversation, I'm gonna keep like an eye out just to see if I see movement as well.
I assume we all are at this point, except for Aster, who's hyperfixating on the fact that there are so many
Yeah,
fucking
we're definitely-
reincarnated lives.
We're all on watch right now.
In the near distance, you hear the call of a wolf, answered by another.
I'm gonna go over and put my hand over Prospero's face, keep him from snoring.
He doesn't actually need to
I was
breathe.
like, he doesn't have to breathe.
So it's just a
He snores on
it's
purpose.
just a reflex.
And then I'm just gonna shove something in his mouth so he can't snore.
Stop him from rattling.
You said that, and I heard rattling from the other side of my wall. My next door neighbors.
Ooh, spooky.
Hate it.
In your walls.
They're in my. Oh no.
I mean, like, Aster, shh.
Sorry.
You all see from your perch two very clearly werewolves, one larger than the other, along with what look like 3 of those dire wolves that you fought earlier, carrying 2 deer carcasses.
Rainbow deer?
Not rainbow deer, just regular deer.
Okay.
No, the deer are not gay. We're not killing the gays.
A straight white man killing gays? Not in this D&D
White
stream.
man?
White man?
No!
Say it with me, kids. No.
They make a beeline for the entrance to the wolf den, dragging the carcasses behind them. There's a brief flurry of activity as you see the wearers on watch meet them and start to help them bring the carcasses in. You hear the tearing of flesh for a little while as they dig into their meal, and then eventually goes quiet.
Seems that we weren't detected at least, but hopefully we still have the surprise on our side.
Let's get into position.
Alright,
Did we
so
find a boulder?
nothing big enough for Breath of the Wilding. So looking at the map, you know this is where the entrance is, the secondary entrance. Y'all can put yourselves wherever you want on this map.
Well, we're higher up from the circle.
Yeah, we're
right?
higher up. We're gonna wait. To
There's this is like the higher ground essentially.
So we're like over here.
That's lower ground.
Oh, this is lower ground. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Elevation.
Also, I like that I can hover over you guys' things and it says perfectly fine.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Can I hide?
You can certainly hide.
I would
Go ahead and make a secret stealth check. Ireena will take the other side.
Hey, you're gonna tell me if this is bad so I can use a hero point for it, right?
Sure. It's a nat 1. You might want to reroll. No, that's chances.
I can reroll it.
Yeah, you have a hero point. You might want to hero point that. Ashai,
Oh.
you could.
You know, you said
That's
it, and
what
I know you
cats
said
like.
it was for chance, and I still just did the thing. Did it reroll?
It did.
Okay.
It's better at least.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll use my hero point. I forget how to do that. There we go, got it.
There are shadows around her. Oh, wait, that was public. It was a 19, though.
Oh, I want a big stealth.
You're all attempting to
Okay.
hide, sure. Gonna put that in there for later.
Am I supposed to be rolling something?
If you want to be trying to hide, you can make a stealth check. If you essentially, if you want that to be like possibly your initiative roll. All right. You all set up, hoping to get the upper hand, and you wait for a while. And a while longer. Your legs ache a little bit just from holding your positions, waiting. It takes a good half hour of just sitting there and wait before you start to hear footsteps on stone. Not the sound of leathers or shoes, but of bare feet on stone. Before you see anything, you hear, "We have company, Kirill." Out from the you see two people step. One is a fairly burly human man with black hair and a very thick, scraggly black beard and mustache, with basically like prisoner's tatters on, just the barest remnants of a shirt that is barely holding on. I can't believe that Chance rolled 2 1s, by the way, on her stealth. Nat 1 hero point into a nat 1. Fantastic.
I mean, at least they know or Carol would know my scent from earlier.
She does. And the other one, the woman you see, has gray hair streaked with white, leathers, and her face is heavily scarred, with one particularly vicious scar streaming across her left eye, which is permanently shut. Hair roughly cut as if it was not by a blade, but like a rough rock or something. Very, very patchy, enough to get it like out of her eyes. And she just walks into the ring of stones, and says, "So, why have you come here to my den?" Do not all speak up at once.
Does she
You,
smell
moon
all of-
touched. She turns and her eyes graze over all of you, but she looks directly at Chance.
I was told I'd come find you. So I did.
Kirill, are you entirely incapable of finishing off your prey? And the man beside her, the one that you recognize as the one that bit you, says, she was slippery and used magic to get away. But she tasted delicious.
You got some weird taste. Figured I'd be really earthy.
I ask again, why have you come here?
I look at Kirill's like, he told me I'd seek you out.
And so you have. To what purpose?
I just raised my arm that he bit.
That tells me nothing.
Came for answers.
You want answers? Then you must pay the price.
What's your price?
Blood. That of one of your friends.
Pretty sure I spilled enough of my own blood because of him.
I guess the question is how much you want answers.
I just look at everybody else. Honestly, she's just trying to stall right now.
Aster shaking his head like, no blood.
It's like our group is such a rag. I don't even think half of us bleed at this point. I'm just waiting for what it she's literally just waiting for what it to hopefully do something.
Shai just stands up and takes out her sword.
Do you wish also to join the pack? Or no. No, you are already claimed, no. Valenta's mistress has her fangs in you, does she not?
Yes.
Then are you sure you want to do this, little vampire?
Why do you ask? Because it will upset Valenta?
No, I don't think you care about Valenta.
Oh. Not as stupid as I thought then.
You might care about him, though. And you hear a stumbling as Ilya is tossed into the area with you. And she just goes over and grabs him.
I look to Clara because Shai can't be trusted with moral decisions.
Wait, you said Valenta, what's going on?
Ilya has just been thrown into
The
this
Burgomaster's
area.
son? Question mark?
The Burgomaster's son, yeah. And Whiteclaw now has her grip on him. All of you make me a perception check. This can be out front.
We have paid blood over and over again.
These 30 plus rolls, hello?
Aster sees
Ever
all.
since we got here.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
We have no answers. You dangle information in front of us, hoping we will dance to your whims. And I don't feel much like partying today.
So, Aster and Chance. It's hard to see under all of the scars, but there's a definite familial resemblance between Ilya and Whiteclaw.
Like, maternal?
Like they look related in some way. Not necessarily
Really?
mother-son, but
Do you hate your family so much that you're willing to sacrifice one of your own?
you have no clue what my family has done to me. What they've done to themselves.
Why put the blame on him, though? He's done nothing wrong to you.
No. No, he hasn't.
Aster steps forward a little bit.
What is this going to change? What do you hope to achieve? More suffering? Revenge for what you've already gone through? Power?
I wish to see everyone in Crest, all those holier-than-thou monster hunters, turned into those things that they claim to hate so much.
And then what?
And then I will take the pack through all of Barovia.
It's already been claimed. What is the purpose of that? You're literally being manipulated by the one who claims the land itself. You're just gonna wreak empty chaos?
We will all serve the land. Mother Night be damned. If you wish to fight, then come, let us fight. But be careful. And she puts one of her gnarled claws at the neck of Ilya. Just says, be careful that your blades do not slip.
How far is this ledge up?
The hill altogether is probably about 200 feet to the base. But it's not a particularly steep incline. Like, you guys didn't even really, climb up it, you just mostly walked.
So the outcropping or whatever, wherever this exit is it like a 200-foot drop, or is it just kind of like if you fell, you'd slide?
The exit here is, you can see, a tunnel that goes into the cave complex. This hill to the south is just, you would roll down it, but you probably wouldn't get injured at all.
Okay.
It's not a sheer cliff like the one surrounding the abbey.
I'm gonna move this way slightly and whisper to Clara, and I think I can get to him and get him away. I'm not entirely sure, but it would at least
What do you
give
need
us
from
an
us?
opening. I don't even know if I'm strong enough to get it.
Fudge.
I have the ability to move. I mean, you saw me at the last time we fought. I can move pretty quickly. I don't know if I can move quickly and grab him at the same time. I could try.
If you think it's a good shot, do my best to give you any kind of opening.
Like if we just go at him and I wait for that opening, I think we can get him away, and it would at least stop the ritual.
That's all we can do.
Make your choice. I grow impatient. You see a small streak of blood begin to drip down Ilya's neck.
Leave him out of this. He doesn't serve any purpose beside, like, how does his death benefit you or us? You're just killing for the sake of killing.
His blood will awaken mine.
So will ours.
No.
Leave him be.
No, you all are nuts. Do not match what I need for this ritual.
What is this ritual? What do you mean?
As Aster's talking, I will also whisper to. Where is Reyna during this?
On the other side.
On the other side with Ireena. But
Oh, okay.
Reyna's watching you guys. Like
Uh,
the second you guys move, she's gonna move.
I don't know if Ashai would have heard what I told Clara, but if not, I'll.
I mean, I'm
Chance
right
will also
there.
whisper. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right there.
So, like, that's the only thing that she can think of right now that might work.
I can try
Everything
to make
that
an
I can
opening.
throw is like,
Say that again. Sorry.
I can try to make an opening. No amount of talking is going to make her stop.
No.
I take out my crossbow and a silvered bolt. And shoot it at her face.
Okay. Would you guys hate me if I stopped here for the night?
No.
Because
No.
we're about to go into a fight that might take a while.
yeah, probably.
It's gonna be a
beneficial to
dramatic
play.
fight. We all want to be awake for this.
Yeah, let's
Absolutely.
start off with it. So
All right.
And then maybe Prospero can be here.
Yes.
That's
yeah, maybe that'd be
true.
so cool,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As the bolt flies through the air, that is where we will end for tonight. We will see next week if it hits and what happens afterwards. But thank you all for joining us for tonight's terrible evening in Barovia. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. All of you go get some eat, because all
I
these
go
bitches
take my
be
makeup
eaty.
off and take a shower.
Yes, go eat.
everyone
we
enjoy
will see
all
you
your
next
fun Halloween
week.
parties.
Enjoy your holidays and everything, and we'll see you then. Bye.
And pop back in on Monday to see our first session of
Yeah,
Kingmaker.
make sure you're here on Monday.
Oh, you're
right.
Kingmaker.
If you have any hesitation about coming on Monday, do it for me, because it's my birthday and I'm spending
It's
it.
her birthday.
It is Robin's
Yay.
birthday.
Happy birthday! Come play
Happy
with
birthday.
us.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.